Well, we've clearly entered the upside down, as I have no other way to describe the fact that EA is doing good things while Blizzard and everybody else is trying to have a race to the bottom. I mean, Blizzard and Ubisoft, I guess you could say you're not surprised by Ubisoft literally having their CEO admit, hey, we know we've had unoriginal, broken, boring games, but now we care because sales are down. I suppose that isn't as shocking as you might expect, but Blizzard, for its minor snafus in history, has always remained extremely positive in the community up until, of course, Blitzchung and many other gaffes after that. Meanwhile, EA out here just throwing dubs down. First of all and foremost, they partner with Valve, which is amazing news. Second of all, quietly, Battlefield 5 has begun its apology tour, and it looks amazing. Like, I literally just reinstalled the game, well, because I didn't have to pay for it on Origin Access, but yikes. I got a flood of emails in this morning that they've completely rebranded, and it would appear as though it's an apology tour. They've dropped a new trailer that I never saw because who was paying attention to Battlefield 5? And I'm told it's amazing. I figured, why not check it out together? But first and foremost, EA and Valve have reached a partnership. This is awesome. Electronic Arts and Valve have partnered to put EA games into the hands of players on Steam. Starting next spring, EA Access, our ever-growing subscription service powered by great games and member benefits, will be making its way to Steam. EA Access is the first and only gaming subscription service available on Steam, and the fourth platform featuring an EA subscription. The partnership kicks off with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order launching on Steam November 15th. And when I opened Steam today, there was a big banner that said pre-order Jedi Fallen Order. And I was like, I'm going to press it. I'm going to press it. But I didn't press it because my backlog is oppressive and I've got to finish that first. Plus, I've got to see a little bit more about Jedi Fallen Order because, like many fans of Star Wars video games, I've been abused before. November 15th and available for pre-order today. In the coming months, players on Steam will also be available to play all major titles like The Sims 4 and Unravel 2. Multiplayer games like Apex Legends, FIFA 20, and Battlefield 5 will become available next year. And players on both Origin and Steam will have the ability to play together. This is just like a home run. Everybody wins. Look, one of the best reasons I like Steam is the power it gives to the gamers. We get to read reviews from people who have actually played the game. We get to see how long they've played it so we can place a weighted average on the reviews. This is at least how I use it. Plus, we know that Steam has our back when we need to refund anything as long as we're within the allotted amount of time. Steam gives us our money back. This is why gamers love Steam. And look, Origin has been a long-hated launcher. Second only now, apparently, to Epic Games. What's happening? EA good? Epic Games bad? I mean, how is EA going to screw this up? That's what I'm mostly concerned about. Are games going to be more expensive because they're on Steam? I don't know what to expect. I'm very, very happy for the Steam community. I'm very happy for Lord Gaben. I'm very happy for gamers in general because, look, I don't like having to use the Origin launcher. I don't like using the Epic launcher. I don't like using the Ubisoft launcher. I don't like using the Bethesda launcher. I don't like using the Battle.net launcher. I don't like using the launcher. I don't like using the GOG.com launcher. I just want to use, to be honest, Steam for everything. That's what I wanted. I want it all in one place. Now, I know there are secondary options out there on the market that will combine everything, but I don't want that. I just want Steam. I'm sorry if I'm being unreasonable, but that's just the case. Then on top of that, my inbox was flooded over the last 24 hours with people saying, yo, did you see what Battlefield 5 is doing? Did you see Battlefield 5 is like completely rebranded? Did you see they're on an apology tour? I said, no, I didn't. I had no idea. Well, available November 20th, Battlefield 5, Chapter 5 brings Pacific invasion across land, air, and sea. Now, let's take a look at the imagery we're using here. Are we seeing any purple-haired amputees on the page? I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any. Oh, here we go, way down here. And look, the game's $23. That's deluxe. $20 you can get Battlefield 5 right now, okay? Okay. This is why we wait. This is why I always say, in almost every situation, you get enormous value from waiting. There's only a few cases where, like, you really want to get in early. Maybe it's like a sports title you want to get in right away because it's only good for a year. Or you want to get in and when the community is the largest. But $20 for Battlefield 5 is probably the right price. But let's just down here, we see the the purple hair amputee still down here on the cover. But looks like we've got some pretty different imaging. Then you see new Battlefield 5 in the Pacific maps are, quote, as close to fan service as it gets. And we know how video game journalists view fan service. It's a negative, right? They look at, our waifu drawings. We look at, when developers do something, quote, for the fans instead of for PC reasons, they call it fan service and they use it in a negative light. This I view as entirely positive. The Battlefield series goes back to the beach in its latest update, War in the Pacific, dropping for free, by the way, on Thursday, October 31st. Wait, why does this say available November 20th? Oh, November 20th, 2018. That's when it dropped. Sorry. So this drops in 2 days. And I sincerely suspect, that a lot of people are going to jump in at $20 if the game is everything that it looks like. Between 1941 and 1945, the U.S. and Japanese forces clashed for supremacy of the two unassuming landmasses that, due to their enviable positions, were the ideal locations for airfields and forwarding operation bases. Whoever controlled Iwo Jima and the Marshall Islands controlled the world. In Battlefield 5, War in the Pacific is a map pack of contrasts. Oil-guzzling tanks rampage through unspoiled undergrowth. Blood-curdling screams echo across the tranquil skies. Splashes of red stain white sand beaches. Compared to October 3rd's Operation Underground stage, which plunged players into the subway tunnels of war-torn Germany City, this is a markedly different prospect. For Battlefield 5 producer Lars Gustafsson, however, whom I spoke to alongside design director Alan Kurtz, it feels like going home. Who could resist? Asked Gustafsson. It's been there from the first prototype of Battlefield, which was Wake Island in the Pacific. If I was to pick one moment in time where I saw Battlefield would be great, then it was on Wake Island when I was going up in a plane and banking over. I saw ships, I saw the planes, I saw explosions, I saw tanks, I saw everything. And look, I'm not telling people to run out and go buy Battlefield 5. Never forget, don't like it, don't buy it. Never forget hashtag not our Battlefield, right? Never forget the party that DICE had. They put all of the tweets up on stage, making fun of Genderfield 5, right? Never forget that. And if you would say, forget it, I'm mad then, and I'm still mad now, not giving them my money, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And had I not jumped, have it with my Origin subscription, I probably, I don't know, for $20, maybe I'd try it. But also, the flip side of that is, as gamers, if we don't back when a developer does something right, then we can't ever really expect them to change. Does that make sense? Like, you want them to do the right thing. You want them to give the players fan service. And if they do it, then I feel like, okay, maybe we can forgive them and we can jump in. It's just a pull, right? A tug of war for our wallets. But I feel like if somebody, corrects course, they're never going to make a statement. Look, DICE is never going to come out and say, we were wrong to push this, purple-haired amputee thing. We're sorry. They're never going to say that. We know that. If you're waiting for that, you're going to be waiting forever. But the reality is, it's entirely possible that someone at EA was like, yo, you got to fix this. You've got to win the community back over. And by the way, they're going to want to release a Battlefield 6 at some point. So if you don't win the community back now, you're never going to. There's a bunch of awesome maps, and the chills that I get from jumping onto the landing craft full of other soldiers and landing it on a beach under fire. I still don't think any other game out there captures it with that feeling, the emotion, the kind of immersiveness that we're really about to achieve. Unlike Call of Duty's World War II's thrilling D-Day scene, which is a cinematic but ultimately inherent set piece, in Battlefield 5, the person driving the boat is real. The gunner is real. The people hunkered down next to you are real. And you're painfully aware the bullets constantly whizzing past your ears are coming from real people trying to end you. If just a few of those find the mark, then it's game over until you respawn at least. And the trailer, I'm told, looks awesome. That's exactly what DICE is aiming for. What was interesting with Battlefield 1942 was when we built the game, Gustafson said, when it was that during those days, it was primarily soldiers only. And then there were flight sims, and there were boat sims, and submarine sims, and tank sims. And what we did was bring them all together on the battlefield. I still feel like that we're pretty unique on the market with this concept. DICE has built upon its land, sea, and air combat since early noughties, and now in 2019... it's enriched with environmental destruction, booming soundscapes, and dynamic weathers. The developer is taking everything it's learned in the interim, returning to the source. We're hoping for a fan favorite. Holy... the Battlefield 5 trailer is as brutal as the real thing in the Pacific. You could forget about video games glorifying anything. That all went out the window with the latest iteration of the Battlefield franchise. Look, let's see this. I've got my headphones on. I have not watched this, and let's do it. Good music. I love it. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to play. I'm probably not going to play the music. Because they've got... I think that's Murder by Death. If I remember right. Whoa. Okay. Holy crap. Imagine if this was the launch trailer. Dude, imagine. Woo. Oh, man. I'm literally getting chills. I'm not kidding you. Imagine if this was the launch trailer. Imagine how many copies this would have sold. Oh, yeah.
Support is on the way.
Gonna have to do it. Yep. Here we go. Oh. Oh, man! Oh, man. Just brutal. Get him, man. Yeah! Oh! Oh! Man! Holy moly! If this, look at this, 152,000 upvotes to 7,000 downvotes. When was this uploaded? A week ago, and I had no idea. Yeah, imagine how this game would have sold if this was the launch trailer. Fact, the Japanese soldier in the clip never used his rifle at all. Director, how many deaths do you want in the trailer? Designer, director, yes. Now this looks like a 2019 Battlefield game. Battlefield 5, we're sorry, official trailer. Oh, man. I'm in. I'm in. Now, it's easier for me because I already have it, but I'm downloading the update. This looks cool. I hope it is. Look at you, AA. Look at you. We did it. Who would have thought? Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.